Hello everyone, Blue Jim here, and I'm playing some Stalker 2. So, I just slept and left Zelicia's bar. I'm just in the beginning of the game. I've only done like the few missions that are in the, Zelicia's bar area, and I explored most of it. And then this area once the pontoon bridge was let down. So my next mission is here, where I have to meet somebody, talk to Dale, whatever. But I've been exploring a little bit on my way, the locations that you see on the map. You know, the ones with these on them are ones I've already been to. Of course, there's so much. But this is my next area I'm going to check out, this big looking area right here called Rostock. But that's what I'm going to go check out, so let's get to it.
Kinda weird.
Damn it. I'm trying just to search this guy's body, and he keeps wanting to set me down, interact. No. Of course, he had to fail right where that thing's at. So I'm going to work my way over here. Like I said, I left Silicia's bar, so work my way here, work my way up the path. So do.
I'd rather die in combat than get ripped apart by a mutant. At least I'd get a proper funeral.
I have to admit, pretty immersive game so far. I mean, I'm pretty sure the whole game's going to be that way, but the zone's very immersive. I've always found it really cool. Stalker 2 was my first one. I started some of the ones before it. They're on PlayStation Plus, but they don't have a voice for the character or for the people you talk to. It's mostly, you have to read text. I don't mind, but you do a lot of reading in the older Stalker games. When you're talking to people throughout the game. But I probably will go back and play them now because I really am getting into this Stalker too. So I know me, and I'll want to go back and play them. Look there. That's Duga too. I don't know what it is, but there's always been something about the exclusion zone that I've always liked. Maybe I'm the only one, but no, if you're a Stalker fan, I'm sure you understand what I mean. Now on YouTube, I've watched Shiley. I don't know if that's how you say it correctly, but he always wears a mask over his face. He always goes to like abandoned places, not just that, just anything, bunkers. But he made a friend by the name of Anton, who has a channel called Bad Cat, and he was the guide. Now, the first video I saw, Charlie and his friend Checkmate went to the exclusion zone, and then and Anton is their guide. Anton, he's from Ukraine. I think he said that he had worked as one of the tour guides that takes people there, but then he decided to be a private tour guide and sneak people in where they could have their own little private tour. Of course, you have to sneak in and all that, but it's still pretty cool. I would have liked to have done it. But I watched Shiley go there twice, once in the summer, once in the winter. I saw him climb the Ferris wheel to the top, even climb Duga 2. He went to the top of Duga 2 with those little walkways that hang out at the very top. I've seen him climb off the walking platform onto one of those, I can't explain it, but he climbed like off the walking uh, paths, on Duga 2, out onto like the antennas and shit, really high up in there. He must have some big balls. I don't know how he walks with balls that big. You know what I mean, though. It took some guts to do that. Anyway, the whole point, though, talking about Shiley was uh, there is something about the exclusion zone that I've always found very fascinating. The whole place is like it just stopped in time. People just stopped living there, obviously, after the reactor meltdown. Now, they still have working reactors there. There are people that still work there on the reactors that are still good, or, well, now with the war going on there, I'm not sure who's in control of it now. Maybe Russia now is. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that. I'm pretty sure that Russia may be in charge of that area now, so you can't go now. But, it has this post-Soviet era, because it was Soviet Union at the time, I'm pretty sure. Look at this. You see this all over in the game, but I've seen, like I said, I watch videos of them actually going to the real place. You see stuff like this, these murals, like Soviet era stuff. And some of them are not painted, but made of these like tiles and stuff, where they make these like big painted tiles. It's pretty cool, like mosaics type. Maybe it's just being an American, it's so foreign. And I mean, you know what I mean? Everything in Eastern Europe, like whether it's Russia, Ukraine, I mean, people are people, right? But there is a difference. The way the homes look, the way they, the trucks, the work at like the farming equipment, it all just has a little bit different look to what we're used to here in America. And there's something about that Russian, Eastern European, post-Soviet era. There's something about it that's just cool. I can't explain it. I guess either you like it or you don't, but I think it's cool. Here we go. Now, for what I have learned in the game, I will say this just as a kind of a tip for people who are newer to this Stalker 2 game. When it comes to bandits, I think that the shotgun is not bandits, excuse me. Bandits, anything rifle, pistol, assault rifle. Assault rifle does one of the best for me. But for mutants, shotgun, hands down, I think is one of the best ways to deal with it. Now, any weapon's going to do the job, but I don't know, shotgun's going to really be powerful. And when you consider most mutants don't use weapons, except for there is one type like the zombie stalker ones. I think they may use weapons from what I've heard. I'm not sure how true that is yet.
Another day, another coupon in your pocket.
I'm so craving some baked apple.
Oh, and another thing, weight management. As you can see when I pull up my menu here, see that little green bar down there? Well, that's when you're in the good. Then there's the yellow. When you hit the yellow, you're overcumbered. You can still run and stuff, but your stamina, depletes quicker. Now, I've never been in the red. I'm guessing when you get in the red, you can't run at all. That's what I'm guessing. And see, I'm just like 35 pounds right there. Now, I'm sure as you go through the game, better equipment, artifacts, and so on are going to increase your carry weight. But yeah. See, you can equip artifacts, and different ones do different things, but they have, like something that they'll improve upon, and each artifact has a positive ability and a negative ability. So, all right, here we are at Rostock. So now, Silicia's bar down here has been my main hub for sleeping and storing my items in the storage chest, and there's a doctor and trader there. But there's supposed to be something like that. There's multiple ones throughout the game. I heard you unlock a lot of them by the main story. But Rostock right here, Rostock, however you say it, is supposed to have a little place like that here too. I read that it's underground, but I have not found it yet. It'd be nice because I'm getting tired of going, listen, it's nice to go back sometimes. And it's Alicia's bar here at the actual bar. There's jobs you can get. What's his name? Warlock. Inside the bar, a guy named Warlock. He's a trader also. But he'll have jobs for you. As far as I know, they're pretty limitless. Like where you kill mutants or go find somebody or pick up a package or even find an artifact for them. And the currency in this game is credits. You have a tablet, credits, or just, put to your tablet. From what I understand. See, like I have, you see it right down there by my weight bar, 66,369 credits. So, I was in this part right here last night. I was right in here. Now, there's a construction area here, and I'm pretty sure I heard some bandits talking, so I'm going to go deal with them and loot the area, This Rostock area, though, this is the first area I've been in that's really like a big industrial, whatever you want to call it, just a big, like town-like area. Looks like factories and stuff like that so far to me, but still, I think it's a little town. Most of the places I've been to are just like little communities, so on, like Silicia's Bar, and little homes out in the country. But if you like this video, please put press that like button, and I really would appreciate subscribe to my channel.
Hey man, when a scientist offers you a job, think real hard, then tell him they don't give a shit about art. See you.
Shit, he just walks away as I'm talking to him.
Shoot to kill! Open fire! Flanking the enemy!
Kind of just come out of nowhere, don't they?
I know you're here somewhere.
I'm one raid away from leaving the fucking zone behind me for good.